The mystery of the al-Hilli family murders. Welcome to Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's true crime podcast. Podcast where we delve into some of the world's most perplexing mysteries, unsolved crimes, and haunting cold cases. Today we're diving into the tragic and deeply mysterious case of the al-Hilli family murders, a chilling crime that took place in a quiet region of the French Alps in 2012. This case shook not only France and the UK, but also captivated global attention. Layers of intrigue, conspiracy theories, and unanswered questions. It's a story that has left investigators stumped, the public wondering who could have orchestrated such a brutal attack. On the 5th of September 2012, the idyllic surroundings of Chevaline, a village near Lake Annecy in southeastern France, were shattered by violence. British Iraqi engineer Saad al-Hilli, his wife Iqbal, and her mother Sahala al-Alaf were found shot dead inside their BMW estate car. Also caught in the attack was a French cyclist named Sylvain Molière, who happened to be passing by. There was another chilling layer to this crime. In the backseat of the al-Hilli car were Saad and Iqbal's two young daughters, Zainab and Zina. Miraculously, both girls survived, but their experiences that day would leave psychological scars that might last a lifetime. What could have led to such an unthinkable massacre? Break down the events that day, starting with the al-Hilli's family journey. Saad al-Hilli, a 50-year-old engineer who lived in the UK with his wife and children, traveled to France for a family holiday. The Alps were meant to be a peaceful retreat, time to relax and enjoy the stunning mountain scenery. But that day, as they made their way along the remote forest road leading to Chevaline, they unknowingly drove into a nightmare. At around 3:45 p.m., the cyclist Brett Martin, who was a former British RAF pilot, came across a horrific scene. The al-Hilli's BMW was parked, engine running, the family members slumped inside. Two bodies lay outside the vehicle. Saad al-Hilli, who had been trying to flee, and Sylvain Molière, who was believed to have simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Inside the car, Martin found the bodies of Iqbal and her mother Sahala. There was something else. Zainab, Saad and Iqbal's 7-year-old daughter, lying on the ground outside the car, dazed, bloodied, and injured. Despite being severely traumatized, she was miraculously alive. Even more astonishingly, her younger sister Zina, who was only 4 at the time, was discovered hiding under her mother's skirt in the back seat of the car, having somehow evaded the gunman's notice. Being there silent and motionless for hours, undetected by the initial responders. The investigation. The investigation that followed has been both extensive and frustratingly inconclusive. Forensic teams scoured the scene, uncovering 21 shell casings from a Luger P06 semi-automatic pistol, an unusual weapon that hinted at an experienced shooter. And yet there was no apparent motive, no obvious trail to follow. Speculation about the al-Hilli family's personal lives ran wild. Saad al-Hilli was born in Iraq and has lived in the UK for many years. His background and line of work in aerospace and satellite technology have played a role. Saad's career in the high-tech field, coupled with his Iraqi heritage, led to theories involving espionage, state secrets, and potentially even international arms deals. However, nothing concrete emerged to support these theories. Adding to the complexity was a rumor of a family feud. Saad had been in dispute with his brother Zaid over their late father's inheritance. French authorities looked into this angle, wondering if a hitman could have been hired to eliminate Saad and his family, but Zaid, after extensive questioning, was released due to lack of evidence. The investigation also explored Sylvain Molière, French cyclist who happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Molière worked in the French nuclear industry. Some theories speculate that perhaps he was the actual target. But again, investigators found no evidence to support this theory. Theories. As news of the case spread, various conspiracy theories emerged. Some believe the crime was a professional hit orchestrated by a shadowy organization. Others thought it could be linked to Assad's work in sensitive technologies. None of these theories ever seemed to fit all the facts. One of the most chilling aspects of the case was the profile of the gunman. Experts believe the shooter was likely a highly trained individual, given the precision of the killings and choice of weapon. The gun, a rare vintage model, was not commonly used. Ballistics experts have noted that the Luger P06 requires experience to handle due to its weight and recoil. And yet, despite extensive ballistics analysis, police have never identified the owner of the gun or uncovered any leads to suggest who might have been capable of carrying out such a methodical attack. This leaves us with the haunting possibility this person could still be out there, living quietly, blending into society as they have for the past decade. Today, as for Zainab and Zina, the two young girls have been left to grapple with the trauma of that day, being sheltered from the media for privacy reasons, and rightly so. It's unknown if either girl remembers details that could solve the mystery, or if their memories have been buried as a means of coping. One thing remains certain: the al-Hilli family deserves justice, and the memory of Sylvain Molière, who lost his life simply because he was in the wrong place, deserves closure. Despite countless hours of investigation, international cooperation, and an extensive media coverage, the case remains unsolved. The tragedy of that day hangs over the serene mountain pass, a dark shadow cast over a beautiful landscape. Thank you for joining us today on Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. The al-Hilli family murders continue to perplex and haunt those who will follow the case. If you have any thoughts, theories, or insights, we'd love to hear them. Could the answer lie in a missed detail? Or is this a crime that will remain an unsolved enigma? Thank you for listening. This has been Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. Available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.